Other than that, hail for the plains today from Denver to Bismarck. We are watching for a hail chance, and windy in the Windy City. Yes, it looks like we could get some strong winds across Chicago, Milwaukee, and other portions of the Mississippi Valley. So we actually have seen that risk extend all the way down to near St. Louis and into Fayetteville, Arkansas, which we'll show you here in just a few minutes. Now, we currently have a severe thunderstorm warning and a severe thunderstorm watch across Milwaukee and just to the north of Chicago right now. We're watching for this area of the country for the hail, this area for wind. Actually, let's get right into your risk for today. We've got a level 2 risk, that slight risk anywhere from South Dakota to Nebraska, Kansas, and then portions of Colorado. I do have a very specific forecast for Denver today. We zoom right into it and talk about the hazards. And I have a very specific forecast for Chicago as well, where we do have a tornado risk. They're highlighted in yellow. Let's talk about your significant hail risk here. We have a small hail risk, okay? So anything highlighted in yellow is going to signify small hail today. If we could get some of those oranges to move in here, and I think that we do in some places, we could get up to golf ball size hail. Let's watch this one more time. All right, we've got maybe some orange that's trying to sneak into the middle of Nebraska. Ooh, yeah, there you go. Nebraska, right through the central to western side of the state. We could see some larger hail in this area. Whenever you go down into places like Denver, it's just those white colors, which means small hail up to the size of a quarter, maybe $half size hail. So let's get exactly into that. Here's your forecasted max hail size today. I put it at golf ball size hail. Here's your hail forecast for today. Now it's just that orange layering right here that goes up to golf ball size hail. Where are we expecting that? Let me break this down for you. Wide to scattered showers and storms across Colorado, Kansas, and portions of Nebraska. That's why we have a better chance to get hail in here, because you're just going to have more storms. You go farther up to the north and your storms are much more isolated. From Rapid City to Pierre, all the way into Valentine, Nebraska, you may have 1, 2, maybe 3 storms in this area, but they're going to be pretty isolated. So could you get large hail? Yes. Will everyone be getting large hail? No. More storms down to the south. All right, let's get to that wind risk here. So moving on to that wind risk here, highlighted in blue, it's a lot more expansive than what we saw for the hail risk. So we go a little bit farther out to the east into places like the Midwest, Des Moines, Chicago, Milwaukee, where we have the storms moving across the area right now. Going down to the south into Columbia, Missouri, just on the edge of St. Louis here, and Fayetteville, Arkansas, we could also see some storms today that extend all the way down to the south here and bring us strong winds. How strong are we talking here? Up to 60, maybe 70 mile-an-hour winds. Your tornado risk today. Yes, we have a level 1 tornado risk for both Milwaukee and Chicago. That's for storms that are going on right now. Now, the storms are on the west side of this risk right now, but they do expect to track a little bit farther to the east, not only now, but there could be multiple rounds of storms here, bringing us in to the late evening hours. So let's talk about timeline. When are these storms coming through? Let's take a look at it. Again, we have the storms moving in right now across Wisconsin and Illinois. We're going to see more storms go up later on today in Colorado, much more widespread down to the south here, and much more isolated as you get into places like South Dakota. A few showers and storms extending from a line into places like Missouri and then are all the way as far south as Fayetteville, Arkansas. Let's zoom in. Let's talk a little bit more about this. And hey, by the way, comment where you're watching from. We are obviously talking about a lot of states that could get some storm action today. So let us know where you're watching from and we'll try to tailor this forecast exactly to your area. Cole says, we want to know what's up with Aaron. Okay, give me like 3 graphics and I've got Aaron in the forecast. So let's talk about Denver first, then we'll go to Chicago, then we'll go to Aaron. Denver, storms coming through later on this afternoon and evening, clearing out shortly after your evening commute. Then we see the storms going into places like McCook and North Platte. We still have a hail risk as they go into the late evening hours. Now moving off to the east, we're going to go to Chicago next. Oh, we're going to start with Denver. Okay, so Denver, marginal risk today, level 1 risk. What are the biggest risks here? Very, very low tornado risk, large hail risk, up to $half size hail. That's going to be the biggest risk that you're watching for today. You could also see some high winds up to 60, maybe 65 miles an hour, and that flooding risk looks pretty low. We've got people joining in from Dallas, Texas. Thanks for joining us, Dallas. It's hot across Dallas, Texas, and San Antonio right now. Yeah, it's pretty hot out there, right? Let's keep going across your storm risk today. Wisconsin into Illinois. This is your tornado risk here. Storms will continue not only right now, right? We have storms just to the west of Chicago and Milwaukee right now, but also through the late evening hours. Look at this, 6, 7, 8 o'clock. We still have storms going through this area. Multiple rounds of storms are expected today and even into tomorrow morning. Yeah, you guys are going to have a lot of rain in this area. So we do have a flood risk. Pinpointing Chicago, your timeline for storms in Chicago, 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock tonight. But I would honestly add on top of that and say another round early tomorrow morning. Look at all that rain coming through. So yes, we do have a flood risk for Chicago today. A level 2 flood risk, which means that scattered showers and storms are likely.